care how many times you explain it. It still doesn't make any sense.
I told you what I saw on that tape with my own 2 eyes.
Robert, it still doesn't explain it.
I disagree. I think it changes things drastically. Beatrice drank that medicine by mistake. It was an accident.
No way.
Jimmy Lee.
I'm not gonna believe it, any of it. I don't care how many times you tell me.
We're not going to prosecute.
So the Quartermains, they get off scot-free, is that it?
They didn't do anything.
Come on! They had the intent. They wanted her dead. Edward gave her drugs, and so did the others.
Those drugs had nothing to do with her death, and you know that.
It's a moral question.
Oh, look, I don't see it this...
Come on! They were harassing her. They hounded her. I mean, you know that as well as I do.
She reached for a glass of water. She couldn't have known. Nobody could have known.
Robert, she was upset. If she wouldn't have been upset, she would have known there was something in that glass.
The glass was clear.
I don't believe it. Any of it. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Edward confessed to it. Why didn't you just lock him up?
It's over, Jimmy Lee. There will be no arrests.
Fine. Then you just do me one favor.
What's that?
When you break the good news to the Quartermains, you tell them from me that they're not off the hook. Not by a long shot.
Jimmy Lee.
You just stay the hell out of my way.
Commissioner Scorpio's here to see you, all of you. He said you were expecting him.
Yes, won't you please come in, Robert?
I'm glad you could all make it.
I hope this isn't going to take long. I'm due back at the hospital.
Well, we both are.
This will only take a few minutes.
Well, if that is all, yes, you may go, Stella.
Please, Stella, I'd like you to stay. This concerns you as well.
As I understand it, I think it concerns all of us.
You can relax, Alan. As a matter of fact, you can all relax. My news is that you've all been cleared. I have proof that Beatrice's death was an accident.
An accident?
Are you really sure?
The night that she died, Stella here recalls seeing a bright light. It turns out to be a camera light. Now, Ginny Blake and I have been up all night going through videotape, and we finally found the piece that shows Beatrice taking Lila's medicine here by mistake. The whole thing was an unfortunate accident.
Oh, my goodness. To think of it, all that worry and accusing one another. Edward, I think you owe Stella an apology.
Oh, yes. Yes, of course.
Oh, that's not necessary, Mr. Quartermain.
Well, of course it is necessary, Stella. I behaved like a child. You have my most humble apologies.
Take the afternoon off, Stella.
I think that's a fine idea.
Stella, not until after lunch. Lila tells us that you have some fresh crab.
Will you join us, Robert?
Well, thank you anyway, but I must be going.
Hello, Commissioner. I figured you'd be sound asleep in bed at home by now.
Never underestimate the powers of adrenaline. What's your excuse?
I have been waiting for your call.
Well, you've got your green light, Lois. I've informed both the Quartermains and Jimmy Lee of the accidental death conclusion. So you're free to go ahead with your scoop.
Oh, best news I've had all day.
Best news the Quartermains have had all year.
Thanks a lot, Commish.
You earned it. See you in the morning news.
Right. Right.
So I take it the Quartermains were related.
I tell you, it added at least 8 years to Big Eddie's life.
Oh, really? You know, some people may hate you for that.
Yeah, but not Lila. You should have seen that smile on her face. It was like giving the both of them a whole new chance at life. Yeah.
Mr. Holt to see you, sir. He says it's important.
Send him in. Something tells me this...
Got some unfinished business, Scorpio.
We do? I thought I told you the case...
Yeah, the little matter of the things that you found on my mother the night she died.
Well, I'm not sure.
Those things belong to me, and I want them.
Well, I'll see you get them.
When?
At the appropriate time.
You're stalling, Commissioner.
There's a lot of red tape, Jimmy Lee, and I can't do anything about that.
Look, you got till the end of the week. After that, you'll hear from my attorneys.
I'll see what I can do.
You do that. Gentlemen?
Well, Robert, I'll tell you something. That young man isn't going to be happy until he's burned the Quartermains right to the ground.
So what can I do? That Bible page is rightfully his.
Page. I'm thinking about those blackmail photos. If those pictures get into the wrong hands, a lot of people are going to be very unhappy.
I know.
that mean you're finished?
Well, you would know that policeman's work is never done.
Wishful thinking on my part, I suppose.
But at least I've gone over the LeSueur file, and me and my trusty little computer are in sync.
You know, sometimes the way you talk about that machine makes me think that we've got someone else living in this house with us.
We do. A trusty slave that saves me a lot of work.
Shame we can't teach it to cook.
No. One thing at a time. We don't want to overload its little circuits now.
Oh, you are sweet, your slaves. Well, the mechanical ones, anyway.
I just don't want this one breaking down the way that monster in the office is always doing.
Yeah, I suppose I should count my blessings.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, nothing ever goes on the fritz in your kitchen.
No, that wasn't what I meant.
Huh?
What I meant was, at least when your office computer breaks down, you can work at home.
Oh.
I'll get it.
Is Robert here?
Yes, he's just... Well, hello, Jimmy Lee. Nice to see you. Yes, I'm fine. Thank you.
All right, Jimmy Lee. This is not a social call, Commissioner. I've come to pick up the things you found on my mother.
I see.
Yeah. No more stalling. I'm her rightful heir, and I want them.
No one's denying that.
Okay, then will you get them all for me, and I mean everything?
We've been through all this before. I've told you that you'll get those items when I'm ready to release them, and I'm not ready to release them yet.
Oh, no?
No.
Well, Commissioner, I'm afraid you're going to have to. You see, I thought you'd give me some trouble, so I made sure that you couldn't.
What's this?
This is a court order telling you that you have to give me my mother's property.
I see.
Yep. For once, the law's on my side. Now, would you mind giving me my property?
Well, I can see I've got no choice. Wait here and I'll get your items for you.
Fine. And, Commissioner, make sure you bring everything. I wouldn't want to have to do this again.
Here's the money. Count it. If you have any doubts as to the amount, it can be checked against the inventory held at police headquarters.
Well, I think it's... wasn't there something else?
Stock certificates, but they belong to Lorena.
Well, you can give those to Lorena. There was something else, Commissioner.
Well, I know what you're after, Jimmy Lee, because I happen to have it right here. I've been going over your mother's file, inserting certain pieces of information in my computer regarding it, including information from this Bible page here. I can see I'm going to have to hand it over to you.
That's right.
But I want to make one thing perfectly clear to you.
What's that, Commissioner?
I'm aware of the implication of that piece of paper.
So are a lot of people.
Exactly. Now, I can't legally withhold it from you, but I can promise you one thing, that if you illegally use it, and I'm referring to blackmail, I'm going to throw the book at you. I just want you to know that.
Yeah, well, I'll just keep that in mind. That's it, then.
One more thing. There were some other items found in your mother's body.
Yeah, you said some pictures.
Right. Rather incriminating ones.
And you also said that they could cause some complications.
They could make life rather difficult for some people if made public.
Well, I said it before, and I'll say it again, Commissioner. I don't know anything about those pictures.
Good, I'm glad to hear that. Actually, I have a suggestion. To save going through all the legal morass of what photograph belongs to who, I'd like to destroy them, with your permission.
Okay. I couldn't care less about the pictures. I got everything I want right here. I'll put it to good use, Commissioner. Have a nice day. Miss Scorpio, good day.